Guys, this is Raven the Devious. I'm going to be showcasing this build I've been working on. By the video title, it's called Dance of Dash. I'm going to do one of these, and yeah. Afterwards, I'll show the build if anyone's interested in doing something that's off meta. Alright, here we go. So far, so good. Well, there's the demonstration. So what I like about this build, it's I think I'm only using. Oh no, I am using one Uber Harley Quinn, but I was using Kyle the Nameless earlier. Um, However, I like the Harley Quinn a little better. As you can see, I mean, I'm missing a lot of garbage here. Gems. I only have like this unique gem, whatever. So this can even get better, get way better. Um, Here's a good thing: my glyphs sword 90s. Even that can get better as well. It's 50 more levels altogether on glyphs. So here's what I'm using: Harley Quinn. I mean, when I get a hair from Perdition, I'm gonna probably try that out. Um, Here I'm using exploiters on the chest armor. You're gonna want dexterity, resistance to all, and maximum life. Always get maximum life on the chest and the pants. Same thing with the resistances. You're gonna need those. Also, you want a chance to stun, and a chance to freeze. The chance to stun is to proc one of the rogue passives that you'll be using. I'll get to that later in the skill tree.
Greetings.
Assassin strides are very much needed for this build. On a two-hander, see, this is all right. So this is not a good bow. I want a greater affix on critical strike damage, not vulnerable. Let me get out of here. It's fucking noisy. Let me in. Whatever. It's quiet in here. All right. So yeah, you want to get dexterity damage and critical strike damage. Also temper on all the weapons. Well, no. Yeah, well, yes. Hey, this is my first tutorial, so expect a lot of fuck ups. You want damage per Dark Shroud on pretty much every piece of gear that you can put it on. So that means amulet, rings, swords, bow. You want to use a bow too. Don't use a crossbow. It's too slow. So yeah. On here, Shadow Slice. You're gonna put Shadow Slicer aspects on the bow. On the pants, you're gonna put Umbris. Also here, aspect of imitated imbuement. On the chest, exploiters. On the amulet, I didn't even get to the amulet stats either. You're gonna want corruption. Let's just get the aspects out, then I'll do the stats. Ring of Bitter Infection, because these boots here, it's all about shadow imbuement here. So yeah, you want to buff the imbuement skills. You're only using ice imbuement, but you will be putting shadow imbuement on the skill tree, but you won't be having it on the skill bar itself. You're just buffing these boots basically. Here you want this is the first time I got to use this. I found a reason to use this this aspect here. Clandestine aspect. Gain +5 to agility and subterfuge skills, which by the way is all that we're using here on this build is agility and subterfuge. I mean, there's the ice imbuement. That is it. Oh, and shadow cloud. So there is no cores and no basic skills on this. It's strictly mobility and some implements in a clone. You're gonna want momentum since we'll be this aspect right here, aspect of stolen vigor. Since momentum is the key passive for this build. What else? So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like this with the attack speed. I only put the attack speed to buff the Dance of Knives, but it doesn't really buff the dash, and that's really what we're focusing on is dash to do the big hits. So that might end up changing to just regular ass damage when I find a better ring. Um, yeah, like this. This would be perfect. Like dexterity, damage, and then well, you can't get exploit on it, but you can sure get damage on it. Uh, am I forgetting anything? Oh yeah. So on the rings and the jewelry, you also want to temper agility cooldown. Um, I know a lot of people are going to be saying, "Why not just dash cooldown?" You're forgetting everything you do is agility. Even your fucking caltrops is an agility skill. So everything has a fast cooldown, and you can see during that last demo or that demo, I was doing dash quite often, even though you get um, two uses of it. It's as soon as you use one, it's almost reloaded by the time you use the second one. On this, where I said bitter infection, here we're using aspect of true sight because we are using inner sight. Um, Unfortunately, we're not using any basic skills, so combo points is not a thing, and we're not spending any energy on this. So preparation sucks dick. The only way to go here is inner sight, and which is good because this aspect is fucking awesome as hell. I mean, 110% increased critical strike damage. And here's the funny thing about this fucking build. I don't know what's going on here, but my critical strike chance is dumb low. But for some freaking reason, all of my hits are critical strike hits. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, here. So the runes I'm using here is Barbarian Warcry. So Mani Om, basically. You're gonna get the Mani rune and the Om rune, and put that on the weapon. Once I have enough gems, I'm gonna be putting critical strike damage on the two smaller weapons. The game plan here with the jewelry here, when it comes to the seasonal gems, would be everyone needs, what is it called? Friend of the Bog is definitely needed for this. And if you're having problems with like defensive, which you shouldn't, I mean, you saw a couple times I almost ate shit in that dungeon. Had to heal up real fast, but Moonlight Ward is probably going to be on my to-do list there, which raises your damage reduction and resistances, which I could certainly use. I mean, this rogue is already hitting in the billions. But now we just need a little polisher, I guess. All right, let's get to the skill tree. All right, skill tree. Just put 2 on anything here. We're not really using anything, just 2. Over here, I'm using Sturdy for damage reduction. Siphoning strikes you're gonna have tempered on your chest and pants, just so something to heal you while you're attacking. You're only putting 1 on Dance of Knives. See, if I'm pressing square right now, I can't remove anything because there's only 1 on it. Just so you can get down to here, slows enemies, blah blah blah. Caltrops. This is basically for bosses. You don't really need it for most things. If you got a tough elite, maybe use a caltrop. I haven't seen an elite yet. Oh yeah, in hundreds, in pit 100s, you're definitely going to need to be using these. Never mind. Weapon. This is basic here. All rogues need these. I don't care what kind of builds we're running. Weapon mastery, unstable elixirs, trick attacks, and a lot of people would like to avoid this. I keep it. You do dash. I mean, evade, circle, or whatever button you're using. Put all the points you can on dash. Everything. All the way down to discipline dash, which gives you 350x% on top of this. Oh, here's something very, very interesting, by the way, which is why I'm making the big numbers here. So, this right here is 700% 700% increased damage, right? For the dash. Now, if you look at one of the temperings, chance for a dash to deal double damage, right? So that is actually, when that hits, it's 72% chance. That is 1,400%. Now, it gets even better than that. Remember this aspect here. Dash summons a shadow clone, right? With it. That's what's doing the damage. In fact, the shadow clone itself, at the end of it, it's not the first hit, it's the second hit the shadow clone does, which is doing that 700 or 1,400 if you get the chance to double. Now if we buff the shadow, chance for a shadow clone to deal double damage, I mean, that's a whopping fucking number. I want to say 14 and 14, which is 2,800%. That's really good. On top of this is just a really, really, really just good setup here. If you're going to have to do the aspects exactly like this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But yeah. All right, back to the skill tree. Where was I at? So, okay, so put everything on dash, all the way down to methodical dash. Oh, discipline dash, I apologize. Down here, you're going to just put as many Dark Shroud as you can. 5 on it. Just on the Dark Shroud. Here we're putting 1 on Smoke Grenade, down to Enhanced Smoke Grenade, just for the 25% X increased damage. Again, Smoke Grenade is really just used for bosses, same as the Caltrops. Malice you're going to be wanting, because we do vulnerable due to the Ice Imbuement. Oh shit, did I pass the imbuements? Oh no, that's next. Alright, an Exploit, as many as you can get on it. Deadeye, dash does not, I don't think damage to distance has any effect to dash, because that's a close range. Yeah, so. But it kind of helps the Dance of Knives while you're rolling around waiting to get that perfect dash. Sometimes you miss, sometimes you don't. You know, just got to get good at it. Ice Imbuement, you're going to put 1 on this all the way down to Mixed Cold Imbuement. This you'll be having on your skill tree. However, you're going to put as many points on Shadow Imbuement as you can. So you're going to get 5 on there. All the way down to Mixed Shadow Imbuement. Also get Frigid Finesse. But remember, this is not going on your skill tree, your skill bar. Right. On your skill bar, you're going to use Caltrops, Dance of Knives, Cold Imbuement, Shadow Clone, Dash, and Smoke Trap. Smoke Grenade, sorry. What is this? Oh, Impetus, yeah, of course. So this is awesome because until you pull out your Shadow Clone, you're pretty much getting a 15% permanent 50% X buff to your agility skills, because all you're really doing is agility. You're going to go 1 on Aftermath just so you can reach this baby until dawn, which increases your skill. Well, the ultimate skill deals 45x increased damage. You're going to want to put everything on Shadow Clone all the way down to the bitter end. And, of course, Momentum. And Paragon Board. Alright. So, glyphs I am using is Control on the starter board. Definitely hit this up while you're here as well. On the second board up, it is Dance Macabre. And the glyph is Versatility. This is what it looks like. And to the left is No Witnesses out for the ultimate. And I'm seeing, I thought I'd be max there, 59%. Oh, it'll be max when I level up this glyph. Anyways, I'm using Fluidity, which is good. You're going to want this as well. Down in here. You see where it's red? Don't even worry about that. When you buff some of these glyphs, like the ones that raise magic nodes, which like this one here, you're definitely going to be hitting up intelligence. I'm sorry, intelligence and the strengths, which you're going to need to satisfy these. The more you level these glyphs up, the higher those get. That's why they're on there. All right, so I said the third board, onto the fourth. Let's see which one was the fourth. It's probably the fourth. Yeah. So the fourth board over here is exploit weaknesses. Weakness, whatever. Use canny. This is what it looks like. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. And then the fifth board is you're going to be using efficacy. And the fifth board is Eldritch Bounty. And this is what that looks like. Witch powers. This is all subject to change. Honestly, I just put together very fast. I mean, the attack speed was to buff the Dance of Knives, but again, this is really focused on dash, so this might have to get socketed out to something else. However, growth and decay is definitely needed since every time you do dash, your shadow clone comes out. Remember that. And this buffs summons, and shadow clone is a summon, so that's going to be needed. Yep, this is good too. Aura specialization. This stays on as well to get that right there, the 35% extra critical strike damage. Soul Harvest is pretty much every build. Misfortune here is amazing because it increases your movement speed, which does help the Dance of Knives, even though that's not what we're buffing. You do want to keep it moving, just to keep it up so you don't keep slowing down and accidentally using up all your code imbuements. This will keep your dance going and make sure your kill imbuement stays at high stacks. Also, this is an aura, which, what does this say? Your auras gain, whatever. If things in your aura have extra critical strike damage. This is the only one. If you guys can think of a better thing to switch out for this, let me know. I'm always up to suggestions. I'll try something new. But yeah, I don't think I forgot anything. Well, if you liked it, hope you guys enjoy the build. This is definitely an off-meta build, but as you can see, it does very well, and it has a lot of improvements. So if it gets any better, which obviously will, I'll do another update video on it. Thanks, guys, for watching, and have a great day.